Time it is, man. It's your boy, Grown Man Business TV. Feel what I'm saying? You can tap in, you can tap out, but you know my slogan. You know what I suggest, and I suggest you tap in. So let's get right into it. Now, you already know how we do over here at Grown Man Business TV, right? Time and energy are the highest forms of currency, my G. Time and energy are the highest forms of currency. I know they got you out here chasing the bag. I know they got you out here chasing that money, chasing that moolah, chasing that green. You feel what I'm saying? Getting to the resources, but always keep in the front of your mental Rolodex that time and energy are the highest forms of currency at all times, my G. It is what it is, and it'll be what it's going to be. Now, listen, man, last night, ate with the family, spend time with, doing with the grown man business thing as we should at all times. And I ain't gonna lie, man. Literally went to sleep, passed out, and didn't go live. So I figured let me go ahead and tap in early with y'all. This not gonna be a long live, but I did want to speak on this. A lot of people in the DMs asking the perspective, asking my thoughts on the situation with young Jeezy and his ex-wife. Now, on the surface, you got young Jeezy, you got his ex-wife. They had a divorce, right? And this happens a lot. This happens when it comes to marriage. I think it's like 51, 52% of marriages don't last. Is what it is, and it'll be what it's going to be. But when you scratch the surface, interracial marriages, when you dig deep when it comes to interracial marriages, is something that should be spoke about. Now, when it comes to Jeezy and his old lady, I know he was tired of the food not being seasoned right. How many, what I'm saying, shrimp fried rices, how many lo mein meals, how many can you take, homie? How many egg rolls with duck, is what it is, and it'll be what it's gonna be. But how much can you take? I know Jeezy was getting tired. He was getting tired, you know what I'm saying? Because Jeezy filed for divorce. Now, that's something that's almost unheard of. 90% of the times it's women that filed for divorce, but Jeezy filed for divorce, and that spoke volumes to me. You feel me? And I'm gonna dig in, I'm gonna dig into the situation with Jeezy and his wife. I'm gonna speak on that, but I don't know Jeezy, I don't know his wife. So this is gonna be a broad conversation about marriage. This is gonna be a broad conversation in general about interracial marriages as well. Again, there's nobody on this app that's coming from this perspective. It is what it is, and it'll be what it's gonna be. But it's Grown Man Business TV at all times, my G. And again, how it's fun when it's fun in the honeymoon state. You know what I'm saying? It's fun in the beginning, but when you start realizing that you got to spend the rest of your life getting this unseasoned food, when you got to spend the rest of your life, it ain't a good look. It gets spooky, homie. It's scary. It get deep. It get wicked, and it's always deeper than rap. It's a culture clash. So when it come to young Jeezy, I just feel like he was fed up. You know what I'm saying? It looked good in the beginning. It felt good in the beginning, and at the end of the day, it is what it is, and it'll be what it's gonna be. But I want to tap in, like I said, broad conversation. Now, young Jeezy is an ex dope boy. He's an ex trap dude. He's an ex hood. You understand what I'm saying? And I understand that he's a New York bestseller. He's a established real estate person. He has a crazy portfolio out there in Atlanta. I understand all the accomplishments, but when you strip all of those accomplishments away from young Jeezy, he's a young black man in America. You understand what I'm saying? He's a black man in America. You understand? When you strip all the accolades, when you strip all the fame, all the money, Jeezy is a black man in America. And how can this Filipino or this Asian or this white woman, really relate to the plights of a young black man? A black man that went through the system, that actually, went through the whole infrastructure of racism, systematic racism, and made it out and became successful. How could his ex-wife, whatever, I can't think of her name, but how could she really relate to who we are as people? You understand what I'm saying? And you got to really look at these situations. systematic racism, the propaganda, the whole narrative that if you date outside your race, if you get somebody that's not black, if you just don't date these black women, don't marry these black women. If you get you a white girl, if you get you an Asian girl, if you get you something that's not black, it's just exotic. That was pushed on us. You understand what I'm saying? And it was really it was weaponized against us. And that's what I see when I look at the situation with young Jeezy. That's what I see with the majority of these athletes, the basketball players, the football players, the rappers, any successful black man, about 95% of them are married outside of their race, and it's a reason for that. So, outside of the bland food, outside of the egg rolls and the duck sauce and all that came with Shorty, I'm sure it was a culture clash. It's a culture clash. Like I said, it's gonna be a broad conversation. We not gonna just dive into Jeezy and his situation, but I'm talking about for all of these black men out here that feel like they needed something that's so-called exotic. You understand what I'm saying? It's a trap. It's a weapon used against you. And here at Grown Man Business TV, we're going to talk about that. Now, one thing for sure, two things for certain, right? Young Jeezy wasn't accepted on her side of the family. You got to understand something, man. We're going to really talk about this. When you marry these white women, when you marry these Asian folk, when you marry outside of your race, right? As a black man, you're never fully accepted on her side of the family. Yeah. You're successful. You made some money. You made good. You made something out yourself, and you think that that's enough. But when you look at these Filipinos, Asians, Caucasians, whatever, when you look into their family history, none of that means anything. It doesn't mean anything. They instantly strip you of all of that, and they look at you for what you are, a black man in America. You understand what I'm saying? And I always saw that, when I would see them together, yeah, it looks good for the camera. Smile for the camera. Make it look beautiful. But you can look in Jeezy's eyes and tell that, he wasn't happy with the situation. And it gets deeper, you know what I'm saying? We take it on a shallow level. Like, Shorty wasn't really built like that. Jeezy grew up in the strip clubs. We like what we like as black men. We love what we love. We want what we want. But this establishment wants you to marry outside of your race. We're going to talk about that too. But Jeezy likes strippers. Shorty is built like a chalkboard, homie. Young Jeezy's ex-wife is built like a chalkboard. Imagine this. Imagine taking that young lady to the house, having a good time with her. All the makeup is smeared off, right? The hair is messy. You wake up the next morning, you got a bunch of dog fur all over your pillows. You got a bunch of dog fur all over your sheets. Imagine seeing young Jeezy's ex-wife in her natural form and tell me that's what you really want. That's what Jeezy really wants. Nah, homie. It's a misconception. It's a narrative that's been pushed. And again, interracial marriages. This is what these dudes, this is what's been pushed on us. This is what these dudes have been brainwashed as success. You understand what I'm saying? So the culture clash was too much. The culture clash was too much. Now I'm talking about Jeezy, but I'm talking about abroad. We're going to go abroad. We're going to keep it in general. Because interracial marriages is something like the alphabet game. You understand what I'm saying? When you speak against interracial marriages, you get titled as a racist. You get backlash when you don't go with the program. You understand what I'm saying? Anytime you don't go with the program, anytime you don't go with the narrative, you're gonna get labeled. And it's the same thing with these interracial marriages. Me personally, I'm not gonna say I'm against it. I'm not against anything that somebody wants to do, but I don't agree. I don't agree with it. And I thought it was a prime example watching Jeezy, divorce his wife. Just had a kid with Shorty and all of that. Was looking real nice. A lot of people was surprised in the media, like, wow, we didn't see this coming. You understand what I'm saying? Because once you get in the thick of it, once you get into it, And the honeymoon phase is over. That's when you get to see the real side of this. The real side of this. Now, again, like I said, I'm not against interracial marriages, but I don't agree with it. Now, grown man business TV, you feel me? Why don't you agree with interracial marriages? Because I understand that it's been weaponized against you, homie. It's been weaponized against you. Why? How has it been weaponized? Well, you got to understand one thing for sure, two things for certain. When you marry outside of your race, you kill the opportunity for tradition. Oh, oh, listen, that word tradition is it's a powerful word, my G's. One thing for sure, two things for certain. All of these other cultures have tradition. All of these other races, all of these other people, they have long-lasting tradition. Thousands and thousands of years of tradition. In tradition, it trumps money. Oh, listen, tradition, it trumps your wealth. It trumps your accolades. It trumps your name. Tradition is what really matters. And when a black man marries a white woman, where is your tradition in that? Salute. Where is the tradition? Now, let me give you some examples. In China, it's a reason why they don't allow, outsiders to come in and start mixed mingling with all they people. You got now, before I get any deeper into this, I want to say it's never all people. You always going to have small exceptions to the rules. So yes, there are people that marry, whoop, whoop, whoop. It's a small exception, but I'm talking about for the vast majority, the mass majority of people, dog. It doesn't work like that. It's a reason why China don't let the vast majority of men just come over there and mix mingle with the women out there, have babies with the women out there. Those women have to come to America where it's accepted at. But in China, the reason they don't let that happen is because it upsets tradition. In our tradition, we don't want it spread with y'all. They don't want their tradition to be shared with everybody. Yeah, you can come on, you can have, y'all can have intercourse, you can have sex, you can want one of these women, you can like my daughter, but you can't marry her and you can't have her. You understand what I'm saying? Tradition. Black people, and I'm talking about, you already know who I'm talking about. I'm never talking about like Africans when I say black people. I'm talking about FBA, foundational black Americans. You understand? Indigenous to this land, black people. We have no tradition. So you didn't see this one coming. You didn't see this bullet being shot at you. You didn't see this weapon being used at you when the whole, exotic term was being thrown around. You didn't understand. You never, again, that's why Grown Man Business TV is so important. The voice is powerful, my G. It's a reason for this. I'm talking to y'all like my uncles used to talk to me. I'm talking to y'all like my grandfather used to talk. The old heads, this is how they talk, G. This is the real. You thought it was cool. You thought it was fly to have all that dog fur all in your car, all that dog fur on you. But what you lost was tradition. How do you gain tradition, Big G and BTV? Well, this is how you gain tradition. You marry within your race and you pass down the secrets to success. You pass down the secrets to gardening. You pass down the secrets to everything that you know. The great grandfathers and the great grandmothers, they pass down the secrets to their kids, and then they kids pass down the secrets to their kids, and then they kids pass down the secrets to their kids, and next thing you know, you got the Jewish community. Next thing you know, you got the Chinatowns. Do you understand what I'm saying? Next thing you know, you have tradition. Prime example, black people. The only tradition that we seem to take to is, European tradition. Christmas, Thanksgiving, Halloween. These things are practiced and these things are looked forward to every year within tradition. But even deeper than that, I'm telling you, in these white people households and these Asian households, these people, Indians, They have a tradition. They have secrets that they do not share with y'all. They do not share with us. Thousands and thousands of years of information, or hundreds and hundreds of years, whatever. Centuries. Do you understand what I'm saying? So when you get in the thick of marriage, in the Holly, the honeymoon scene is over, and now it's back to reality. It's back to real life. You have to now build, a foundation with this person. You have to now build, generational wealth with this person. You have to now build tradition with this person. That's where it gets spooky at. That's where it get real at. That's where a dude like young Jeezy says, listen, I can't do this no more. I need a divorce. I need out of this. I can almost guarantee you, if we ever see young Jeezy get married again, if we ever see young Jeezy in a real relationship where he done proposed and he got a fiance, she probably gonna be black. All he needed was that one experience to understand that ain't what it is, homie. That ain't what it is. Tradition, culture clash. I'm not against interracial marriages, but I don't agree with them. I understand what marriage is. I understand the power of this unity. I understand what it is built for. A lot of my people feel like marriage is just, a piece of paper. Why do you get married? Marriage is a business. It's a business. You go into business with your partner in so many different areas and in so many different levels. You go into business with your partner. Now, ask yourself, would Jeezy's ex-wife, would her father go into business with Jeezy? Nah. Would her grandfather, her uncles, her people, would they go into business with a black man like Jeezy? Nah. Doesn't happen, homie. You understand what I'm saying? So marriage is a business. When you step into it, you got to look at it as a business. What are we building? It's more than a ring. It's more than a wedding. It's more than children. What are we building? What traditions are we building? So it's a lot of black women out there that's kind of celebrating this situation. There's a lot of people out there that feel like, wow, we didn't see this coming, but I seen it a mile away. When you marry, look at this, man. Really do your research. It's not hard to tell. It's not hard to see. Look at these athletes. Look at these rappers, these entertainers. Look at these actors. The blackest actor, the blackest athlete, the blackest entertainer, the blackest one are married to white women. Why is that? Where does that come from, homie? Like, you got to really dig and look past the surface. You got to really look behind the curtains to really understand what I'm talking about. Now imagine this. Imagine all of those black men. Imagine all of those black men marrying black women. Imagine that. What comes with that? Generational wealth, the black family, tradition. The three things, this is three things that the higher ups and the elites look at, and they know that once that's established, they have no control over us. They have no control over us. So it's a give and take situation where you'll have these white men that accept it. Now, I'm going to go into a whole nother angle in a few seconds, but I want to stay right here. It's a give and take relationship. Yeah, you know what? We'll give this black NBA star our daughter. He loves our daughter. He's having a good time. She's having a good time. We don't rock with black people like that, though. But this guy's an exception. He's worth millions of dollars. He's very wealthy. He's very established. We'll accept this one. Better our daughter than Shakisha. Better our daughter than a black woman. God forbid, because him and another black woman, that's a black family, and we don't need black families, homie. Oh, yeah. Yeah, it is what it is, and it'll be what it's going to be. Hold on, man. Rock with me. Y'all in the crib already, so I know y'all ain't going to steal. I know y'all ain't gonna steal nothing. Salute to everybody that's in the chat. Salute to everybody that's in the building. Let me handle something real quick. Salute, salute, salute. Yeah, yeah, yeah. The black family, tradition, generational wealth, all that gets wiped out. All that gets wiped out when you fall for the trick, when you fall for the exotic, the exotic scam that's been ran on you. Now I want to leave y'all with this before I go into another angle. Look at Kobe Bryant. Kobe Bryant mother and his father did not want him to marry his wife. Why is that? Why is that? Because all of the riches, all of all of the fame, the fortune that Kobe Bryant worked so hard for, when he tragically passed away in that helicopter, it all went to her family. It all went to her culture. And I know it's hard to, for a lot of people, they don't like to hear the harsh truth. They don't like to hear the harsh realities of what this world is and what these situations are. But that's what it comes down to. When something happens to you and that life insurance, now, do you think that Kobe Bryant wife is doing anything for the black community? As black as Kobe was, do you think that Kobe Bryant's wife is contributing any of that fame, fortune to the black community? She's Filipino. She's something of, she's not us. So Kobe even couldn't see it. Somebody like Kobe Bryant would basically disowned his mother, disowned his father, didn't have a relationship with them, and got rid of his whole black side because he went with what he felt. He went with what his loins said. What his he wanted to do that thing. It's a business. It's a business, and this business will live way past you, and you got to understand that. You gotta understand that, homies. I always notice it when it comes to these marriages, especially in the industry. Is most of these black men are married to white women. It's the wildest thing, bro. Yo, look at Kanye West. You know what I'm saying? Look at Jamie Foxx. Look at all these black successful men that have not built any tradition, that have not built the real foundation in their community. Is what it is, and it'll be what it's gonna be. Now, let's take it to a whole nother angle. Let's take it to a whole nother angle. Let's really get into this. One thing for sure, two things for certain, right? All of these other cultures, all of these other races, they know who we are. They're not going to tell you who we are, but they know who we are. They know exactly who we are. They know exactly what we are. They understand how superior we are. And one of the really crazy, one of the tricks that have, one of the spells, one of the situations that have been put over these dudes, and a bullet that been shot at them that they didn't see. So you was looking for the double cross and you got caught with the triple cross. You was looking for the double cross and they got you with the triple cross. Because they understand that what we are is superior to them. So a lot of the times, these white women, these Asians, whatever, right? Anything outside of black, I'm talking about. They really just want your baby. Ooh, ooh. Listen. They don't want you to be engaged in their culture. They're not going to share the tricks and the trades. They're not going to share their tradition with you. You think she really wants you when really she wants your baby. And why is that, Grown Man Business TV? Oh, I don't want my daughter to have all of this dog fur. You know, I'm gonna have a baby with this black guy so that my daughter's hair can be a little curly. See, I'm gonna have a baby with this black guy so that my son can be, you know, he can be strapped down there because you know Asian men, they're you know the word is they're kind of. Do you understand? Do you understand what I'm saying? Do this is the harsh truth. It's the harsh reality. Young Jeezy got used. Jeezy, she used you, homie. She knew in the back of her mind this wasn't gonna last for 50 years. She knew in the back of her mind that this wasn't gonna last forever. Uh, the baby. One thing for sure, two things for certain. It didn't take long for her to get that baby out you. Do you know why? These white women, they know, they secretly know they need to mix with us. We are superior. So they don't like black people. They don't like black men. They don't want nothing to do with that, but they understand that this mixed baby has a better chance because her daddy is black. I mean, it get deep, it get wicked, and it's always deep in a rap. These black, see, and I'm a part of that, but I never engaged in that. I'm a part of that generation that was brainwashed with the whole exotic thing. Meantime, mean in between time, they getting y'all for these mixed babies. Yeah. Now, one thing for sure, two things for certain. Young Jeezy's daughter is going to be accepted fully within that Asian culture, whatever she is. The daughter is going to be accepted fully. The daughter looks like her mother. You know, she looks like she's Asian or whatever she is, but she got a splash. She's got a splash of that blackness in her. Her hair is real curly. You know, she's gonna have a stronger bone density. Our organs is even more. I mean, everything about us. You know, they yearn for a splash of melanin. They yearn for a splash of melanin. You got to know something. I'm gonna go from multiple different angles with this, but I want to stay right here. I want to stay right here. That was, you know, and this is the thing what you got to understand, right? When it comes to the media, when it comes to CNN, when it comes to Fox News, when it comes to these radio, see, they're never going to tell you the horror stories of interracial marriages. They're only going to show you the good because they want to promote the good side and they want to convince you. But you got to know something. These women have an agenda. Oh, Jeezy, you got bamboozled, homie. Jeezy, you got used for your life force. This is deeper than money. This is bigger than wealth. This is bigger than paper. Young Jeezy's ex-wife was with a white guy. She didn't want no babies. Soon as she got in bed with Jeezy, she had a baby because they need us. They want us. They want to mix with us. You understand what I'm saying? They want to mix with us. So even deeper than tradition, it's the offspring. It's the offspring, homie. They're not going to say that. It's a hidden agenda that's accepted amongst all cultures. Because I told y'all before, all cultures, it's us against everybody. There's not one race, there's not one culture on the face of the planet that you can tell me accepts black people and always have accepted black people. They all have a secret disdain for us, but as long as they can use us for something, as long as they can funnel something out of the situation for benefit, they'll rock with us. And I'm saying this to all of these black dudes, all of these athletes, all of these black men with white baby mama, white wives. You know, it gets deep, homie. It gets deep. They you know, yeah, they having fun with you, but we all got an agenda. We all being used somehow. How is this white woman using you? Why is this Asian lady had your baby, homie? And her people's got money. She got her own money. It ain't got nothing to do with gaining no paper. They know exactly who we are. They know exactly what we are. That's one of the things that make them have a disdain for us. But when we mix with them, it makes them stronger. When we mix with them, when we have babies with them, it makes their inner circle, it makes their infrastructure stronger. It's a whole play being ran on you dudes. It's a whole play being, and when you're on the outside looking in, you really understand it. I'm one of the dudes, I never wanted my kids to have dog fur, good hair. I never wanted my kids to have that. I never mixed with nothing. But I want my wife to have cornrows under that sewing. Yeah, she might have some weave in right now. She might have some braids in. But when she take that off, when she move that around, it's cornrows up under that. I always been like that. I want it black, homie. I don't want it no other way, homie. I want it black. I don't want the mix. I don't want it mixed. I don't want it no other way. I'm powerful like that. My family know, like I'm the one in my family that talk like that. I never nah. When I was young, when I was 15, 16, I had a run in with a white girl and her hair smelled like Sassoon and Newport cigarettes. And it never left my mind. And I never, ever, 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 ever. You understand? The majority of these black entertainers, these black athletes, y'all being used, they tricked y'all. And they have it, and they mixing with y'all. Now again, ask yourself this question. What happens if every black man in America married a black woman in America? What happens? Whew. Now we got a nation. Now we got a nation that can't be controlled. Huh? Now we got a nation of people that we don't know what they talking about in their house. Now we got a nation of people that can't be controlled, homie. Yeah. 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 And on top of that, it's getting hotter. We ain't, so now you telling me every black man has married a black woman and our daughters can't get a taste of that melanin? So you telling me our grandkids ain't gonna get a piece of that melanin? We need that melanin. Who's gonna tell you this but Grown Man Business TV? Where else on YouTube where else is you gonna hear the real, homie? I carved out a lane for the real for a reason. I didn't come up here for the numbers. I didn't come up here because I need a check. Anybody that's in tune with the channel already know how I give it up. Oh yeah, they shadow banning the kid. They shadow banning the kid because I talk like this. They shadow banning the kid because I can see through the smoke and mirrors. I understand what builds a nation. Yeah. You want to have sex with a white girl? Have a blast, man. You want to roll around in that, with an Asian lady? Have a blast, homie. You want to go hit you an Indian? You want to indulge and you want to have fun with these women? That's what they here for. If that's what you like. But when it come down to having babies, when it come down to marriage, when it come down to the foundation, you supposed to do that with your own kind. And me saying it gonna sound crazy, but they've been practicing it for hundreds of years, homie. Hundreds of years, my G. You marry, we gonna set this up. You gonna marry into that family. We both Pakistani. They got some money, we got some money. We gonna build this nation. It only become a problem when a black man says this. It only become a problem when black people want to create a nation. When black people start to understand the tricks of the trade. That's when it become a problem. Imagine if let's just keep it in the league. Let's just keep it in the league, right? Imagine if I'm talking about every black basketball player and football player married a black woman. And I ain't talking about, you feel me? I ain't talking about whatever. I'm talking about cornrows under the wig. I'm talking about straight backs under the wig. I'm talking about straight cornrows, Queen Latifah straight back cornrows under the sew-in. Imagine that. Now they having little babies and these babies black. They got nappy black hair. Yeah. Imagine that. Now we start creating bloodlines. Now we start creating tradition. So young Jeezy and his old lady, I never, We know who Young Jeezy is, man. Yeah. We know who Jeezy really is. Jeezy, when you take that suit off, homie, and you take your little glasses off, man, and you know what I'm saying, and you park your cars, homie. That's Young Jeezy. Yeah. That's Jeezy. That hood dude that was with BMF, that's Jeezy. Black men, y'all gotta stop fighting the feeling, homie. Stop fighting the feeling, man. Stop going with what society set for y'all. It is what it is, and it'll be what it's gonna be. And like I said before, we the only ones that don't practice this. All other cultures, for the majority of them, that's what they practice. When you Chinese, you're gonna have you're gonna marry Chinese. You're gonna have little Chinese babies. You white, for the majority of them, you're gonna have yourself a little white. This is how you're gonna, yeah, this is how we're gonna carry on the legacy of this family. And then not just this family, but the legacy of this race. Is what it is, and it'll be what it's gonna be. Now let's go to a whole nother angle, right? Let's go to a whole nother angle when it comes to marriage, when it comes to tradition, when it comes to interracial marriages. And again, you know, I'm not against it, because that's a strong word. I'm not against it. I just don't agree with it on so many levels, homie. Listen, you want to have sex with a white girl, go do that. You want to experience, these other races, and you want to tap into their daughters, and you want to see what it feel like, go do that. But when it come to marriage, when it come to babies, you keep that in house, homie. Right? You keep that in house. Now I got friends, man. I got homies that got white baby mamas, man. And you know, in the beginning, you know, it was a little rocky, because they know how I feel, they know how I think, they know how I talk. But in due time, we all came to a common ground, and we understand, and my homies gonna understand me, and I'm gonna understand them, right? And I was having a conversation with one of my homies. I ain't gonna say his name. Salute to him. I'm gonna just say Ni. And you know, him and his white baby mother. And I asked both of them. You know, we was having a real deep conversation, and I asked his baby mother, was she going to teach their daughter about, you know, our history amongst each other, you know, white people and black people? Was she going to let her daughter watch the movie Roots? Was she going to really tell her daughter the truth about the history? And you know what she said? No. She said no. And my homie reacted, and he asked her why, and they started arguing amongst each. Yo, I'm sitting there the whole time like, oh shit, I done started something. Because this next angle is the culture clash. The culture clash. We don't eat the same foods, homie. We not built the same. Our physiques, our makeup is not the same. Our cultures are not the same. The things we value are not the same. Our history is not the same. So they started arguing. Bro, and the shit was getting real. And in due time, you know, I excused myself. I got out of there, and my man called me a few days later, and we had it was a real conversation, because he's married to a white girl. And our histories don't align, homie. Our cultures don't align. So now they arguing about the history that's gonna be taught to this little mixed baby. Culture clashes. This is one of the things they don't talk about. That's a prime example with Jeezy and his wife. You think that they cultures went? Nah, homie. Jeezy is, yeah, I put on for my city, on. That's Jeezy. Her culture, ting tong pow. You know, that's her culture. The fuck was that? That's her. That's the culture. So now you got to try to figure out what culture is going to be put into this baby. What culture are we going to represent? What traditions are we going to pass down? We hustlers, man. We grinders. We get to it. That's where Jeezy come from. She don't come from that. The culture clash. Now, when you marry a black woman as a black man, when you marry a Chinese woman as a Chinese man, y'all passing down the same cultures. You got your good side, she got her good side. You got your bad side, she got her bad side. But the culture is intact. The culture is the same. So now it's about passing your culture down to your kids and making sure they pass that code. That's how you create tradition. See, this is what I want to tell you. People use that whole phrase, the whole term, traditional and generational wealth. But for you to have, for you to have generational wealth, you got to have generations and multiple generations of people. It's the same thing with tradition, homie. Tell me what tradition do black people hold? We don't have no tradition, man. We haven't had one generation stick together with each other enough to go to the next generation and pass down tradition. The culture clash. Yeah, again, if you wanna have fun with that, do that. But understand that marriage is a business. Man, I ain't gonna lie, man. Every time I see a different entertainer, different artist, whatever, I'm always surprised, and it's always shocking when I see that the wife, I'm talking the blackest dude, the wife is a white girl. So again, like I said, I'm not gonna stay on this long, but I did want to tap in. I did want to tap in because a lot of people in my DM asked me how I feel about that, what I thought about that. And I'm not against interracial marriage. I don't agree with it. I understand how powerful this weapon is. It's a powerful weapon, homie. It's powerful. What is that, bro? Yo, salute to the chat, man. Salute to everybody that's locked in. You feel me? It is what it is, and it'll be what it's gonna be. Uh, it's so many different weapons and tools used against the black family. Again, these other cultures, they practice this. They've been on this type time for hundreds of years. Yeah, you might get one Chinese girl. You might go ahead and get you, and I'm talking all the way down to the Latinos, homie. Latinos. Yeah, you might get one, and you might, we get you get some white girls, and they step out the family, and they woo woo wop and the wop wop whoop, but the majority, the vast majority, understand. They understand the mission. They understand because it was passed down from grandfather, from great grandfather. It been passed down. Yeah, man. Salute. Harness energy, right? I'm glad you said that, man, because I know, I done had a few people, I'm going back and forth with this guy that, whatever, having fun on YouTube, and they always ask and they always speak on the numbers. And, they wasn't around when I was doing 250,000 views, 100,000 views. I mean, them videos are all still up. Most of them are monetized. That's why I still get a nice little check from YouTube every month, because those old videos, they still do numbers. But for over a year now, this channel has been at a standstill. And it took me a while to really understand what was going on, because I said to myself, like, maybe I'm not engaging enough, maybe I'm not doing this, maybe I'm not doing that. What's really going on? But it's only so long you're gonna be able to listen. It's only so long you're gonna be able to put the medicine in the ice cream without them figuring out that it's medicine in the ice cream. And once I understood that, I stopped like even asking those questions. I stopped even trying to figure it out, because the higher ups and the elites own this app. They own these phones. They own this system. They own the matrix. They run it. So there's no way around the shadow ban. Yeah. Yeah. But I tell you this, if it's 19 people in the live chat, 10 of them, They watching, they higher ups and the elites. They big YouTubers. They somebody of some influence, just lurking in the corner, just lurking. I'm talking about, again, salute to Hassan Campbell. Even he came out recently and said he watches Grown Man Business TV. 400,000 plus subscribers. He watches Grown Man Business TV. And I'm really thinking, he told me to holler at him. I think I'm gonna holler at him, and I think me and Haas gonna do something, which will probably generate some views and all that. But I don't do it for the views. Once you realize that the higher ups and the elites are in control of this, it's just about talking and giving a message. Listen, even on something like this, I could have easily just talked about Jeezy, talked about his wife, made some, excuse me, made some jokes, played around with the information. But even something like this, it's a gem in it. A situation like young Jeezy divorcing his wife, it's a powerful message in that. It get deep, it get wicked, and it's always deep in a rap. In anything that we talking about, in anything that go on in the system, anything that go on in the industry, anything, all of it, it's a powerful message. It's just a lot of these dudes is missing the message because they want the views, they want the likes, they want subscribers, they want, YouTube fame, this monetary, momentary. They don't want this fame. They want to be recognized. I don't care about that. And the channel is being built organically. So you're not going to see a spike here, spike there, because when it's organic, it take longer. I just like to give y'all the game, homie. I like to give y'all the game. There's nothing wrong with interracial marriages. If that's what you really want to do, you can be a part of the small exception to the rule. But when you look at the big picture of this, it's a reason why. Yeah, homie, trust me. Let me tell you something. You making millions of dollars in the NBA. You think you're going to be sitting at this round table with Shaquisha? You could love Shaquisha. She a part of our community. She came up in the hood just like you. But she got them cornrows, homie. You think you're going to be, so you, okay, even deeper than the cornrows. You think you're going to be sitting at this table getting millions of dollars as a black family? Nah, homie. Nah. Because what's more powerful than you? The black family. What's most important to making y'all a powerhouse on this land? The black family. A black man, a black woman making black babies. That right there is what they are most, they are terrified of that. They're terrified. And that's why I say it's a give and take situation. We gonna give up. Listen. If your daughter really wants to go hang out with Kayshawn and Donisha, we gonna give up. Lil Lily, she wants to let them do their thing. Better her than him creating the black. It is what it is. It is what it is. Salute the 05 voter movement. It's people out there. It's everybody's watching, homie. I knew this for a long time. Everybody's watching. They paying attention. Just the algorithm, to stimulate the algorithm, it's like reality TV, homie. And I'm not here for reality TV. Listen, I can indulge in all of that, but I'm gonna give you the game. I like to give up the game. Very knowledgeable, man. One of the reasons why I named this channel Grown Man Business TV is because when I was a youngster, I set up under real men, grown men. And this is how they talk down in the country, down in Virginia. This is what they told me. This is how they talk to me. This is a lot of the game that they gave me when I was sitting down, listening to my uncles talk, listening to the homies talk, listening to the elders around me. Because those elders still wanted to build a nation. They wanted to build a nation, homie. Those elders was the ones that went to war with the police. That's why I don't respect these dudes when I'm talking to them. So you want to do harm to somebody that look just like you, and then when the police come, you let them handcuff you and you go to jail. And it's yes, sir, and it's no, sir. I'm the one on YouTube that's talking about. I'm the one on YouTube that's exposing that. I don't respect that. That's what made Grown Man Business TV a powerful. That's what made my voice powerful, because I'm the one that's going to give you that grown man business perspective, homie. The OGs I set up under was real men. Yeah, they was real men, homie. And real men are very far in between now. It's hard to find real men that's gonna get their hands dirty, that's gonna change a tire, that's gonna cut a tree down. Listen, that's gonna mow the lawn. You understand? That's gonna run the household. It's hard to find a real. You think Listen, let me tell you something. You think Jeezy was gonna run that household? Yeah, Jeezy can't run that household. She don't respect Jeezy on that level. The men that she was raised up under, that's not Jeezy's, not them. Yeah, the baby. Let's get a baby. Let's get a little mixed baby with those strong black jeans, you know, those full lips, you know, that curly, kinky hair. We can mix that and make her powerful. But Jeezy, listen, it's hard to find men like this. That's why the channel's being shadow banned. That's why they watching, but they shadow banning. They keep I'm one of the YouTubers that don't do a lot of cursing. Why you think that is? Why you think that is? Why you think Lil Zip with the Drip and all these other content creators, they curse the whole live stream. And they're still able to monetize those live streams and monetize those videos. Why you think I can't say anything out of pocket because they understand homie giving a message. Homie is powerful. That just simply mean I'm from the country, homie. I'm from Virginia. Yeah. You don't get that? I'm from the country, homie. I'm from the South. You understand? I ain't gonna. Hey, listen, man. That's another thing. I don't do the modern. I ain't doing the block, and I don't do that. Listen. I'm from the South, homie. That's why this channel was shadow banned. Cause I talk like one of those deep South dudes, but I just don't have. I ain't got a piece of straw in my mouth. It is what it is, and it'll be what it's gonna be. I can't say. Listen, if I say one or two cuss words in my channel, listen, they be on it, homie. They be on it. It is what it is, and it'll be what it's gonna be, man. When you dating, you gotta look past your lust. I ain't gonna say dating, right? When you dating, you can indulge in a lust. You know what I'm saying? You see a white girl, you like, damn, she right. I wanna see what that's like. Date her, see what that's like. Maybe, whatever it is, a friendship, whatever, whoop, whoop, whoop. Asian girl, you wanna see what that's like. But when you dealing in marriage, this is a business, homie. When you dealing in marriage, when you dealing in real life situations, this is a business. This is about tradition. This is about generational wealth. And you got a white girl. What kind of tradition are y'all building? Are you gonna tell your kids? So you got a white girl that you are married to, you are in love with. Are you gonna tell your son that her family enslaved your family? Are you going to tell your kids that her ancestors enslaved your ancestors and they used to feed babies to alligators? They used to R-word all the women. Like, I guarantee you that her great-grandfather probably had slaves. Are you gonna tell your son that? No. So now, what kind of tradition are you leaving? What kind of tradition are you building? Huh? This is the hard conversation when it comes to interracial marriages. This is the hard part about it when you start talking about a young Jeezy and his ex-wife. So are you going to tell your son that you had with this white woman that her great-grandfather used to hang dudes like you? Yeah. Yeah. But see, when you marry within, then you can tell your son, this is what used to happen to our people. And this is how we prevent it from happening again. Let's go to the gun range. We about to practice with that. We about to practice with that. You understand what I'm saying? You gotta understand something, right? A white, listen, you gotta listen. How can any of these other women from any of these other races truly understand the plight of a black man? The things that our ancestors went through on this land, the things that we go through on this land to this day. How can they understand it? They don't understand it. They not put there to understand it. Now, yeah, they know how we hang. They know how we roll. They know how we was born. They know about our genetics. They know that we bigger than all them. They know how we was built. So they wanna indulge. They wanna experience. They wanna feel us. Yeah. They want that. That's lust. They want that. And they'll marry you and all of that. But they know, you got to understand, this white woman was raised by white men. You understand? Yeah. White supremacy. She know in the back of her head, I took your man from you. Black woman, I got him. Yeah. He want this dog fur. He want this dog fur. Listen, I got a bottle of Sassoon. It smelled like Newport cigarettes. And he want this diamond perfume all over him. That's how white women look at black women. They all know it. Are they gonna say it? No. This is warfare. This is a war. They're not gonna tell you. They just gonna smirk at you. Yeah, I got him. This is one more black man out the market for you. One more black family off the market for you. One more. Huh? One more episode of generational wealth out the market for you. And when this black man pass away, he gonna pass that Listen, when this black man pass away, he gonna pass all of that money, all of that wealth to this white lady, to this Asian lady. Imagine this. God forbid, this is just imagination. Imagine if something happened to young Jeezy while he was with that Asian lady or whatever she is. All those properties would go to his wife. All the money he has built up would go to his wife. All his accolades, all his masters of his music, anything he has created would now go to that Asian family, because you better know, you better believe, one thing for sure, two things for certain, that Asian lady he was married to would not be going to zone 6 and doing anything for those black people in zone 6. So everything he acquired would go to his wife, some Asian lady. And they would use that to build up the Asian community. Oh, whew. I had to get it off my chest, homie. I had to get it off my chest. Salute to everybody that taps into the channel, man. I see the numbers, man. I see it. I respect it. I love it. When you come here for the real. I've carved out a lane for the real. That's it. That's it, homie. You understand what I'm saying? When Kobe passed away, who did his franchise, his sneakers, his millions of dollars, his jerseys, his residuals, who did that go to? What is his girlfriend again? What is she? Whatever she is, that community will build off that. She's not going back to Philadelphia and doing things for the kids in Philly that played basketball with Kobe Bryant in high school. And Kobe was black. Oh, he was blacker than black. Yeah, she was a Mexican. Salute, 555 TV. She was a Mexican. Huh? Yeah, yeah. It's somebody over there in California with a burrito stand right now that she sponsored. Huh? Huh? So again, who telling y'all this? We all heard the whole concept that marriage is a business. We've heard that before. Y'all heard that before. But who breaking it down? This is real. Listen, business. Black man. Get in business with a black woman. Build the tradition and the wealth. Black woman. get in bed and get in business with the black man. Let me, listen, man. You think these other cultures don't have problems when it come to marriage, when it come to relationships? I used to work with a lot of Mexicans, bro. And those Mexican dudes always used to tell me how them Mexicans get drunk. Woo. Oh, and they get physical. The Mexican men, the real Mexicans, they get drunk off the Modelos and they get physical with their wife. And then the next day they come to work and they still got a whole lunch. I'm talking about burritos and tortillas and Doritos made for them. They wife ain't complaining in public. You don't see Mexican women complaining in public about Mexican men. Those Mexicans like to get, they like the nose candy as well. Huh? You don't see white women out in the open disrespecting white men. Now listen now. Billy, he made something of himself and he became a lawyer. And when Billy come home, he like to have a nice glass of wine. Oh, and when Billy get 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 glasses of wine, he get the backhanding old Lily. He smack old Sarah down and tell her, he talk to her crazy. But you don't see Sarah on, they all have it, homie. But the reason why we always get put into the media, the reason why they talk about black on black this and black on black that is because it disrupts the black family. It makes y'all think black people aren't united. Black people don't want to marry each other. Black people don't want to be with each other. The narrative is powerful. Huh? Oh, let's go. The Indians, bruh. When you get outside the black unit, when you get outside the black race, those men don't deal with, listen, you ain't about to talk back to one of them Indians. They will smack fire out of you. They women know that. Huh? Why you think those white housewives, you think they just got it good? Nah. Those white women know better than to open their mouth about it. The Mexican women, they know better. Outside of us, those women don't even talk back. They know better than to twerk somewhere. They come home and Billy, what? Hey. That's what they come home to. So black women, you ain't no need in complaining about black men. What you do is you build the family unit. You go through the drama, you go through the upset, you go through the heartache and the pain and whatever that comes with it, and you build the foundation. It's called sacrifice. You go through all of that so that your kids can watch a family unit, good times and bad times. Good times and bad times. Let me tell you something. I ain't even gonna go there. It is what it is. It'll be what it's gonna be. I ain't gonna go there. Over there in Dubai, that black lady that got put in jail for raising her voice, they don't play that in them cultures. All the other people get it in, homie. We the only ones that think, and listen, we the only ones that believe that marriage is just a piece of paper. We the only ones. Why do you think most white women are engaged before they graduate from college? Most of these other cultures they're engaged to be married before they graduate from college because they have been instructed, they have been raised. Marriage is the beginning steps to continuing this tradition. Marriage is the beginning steps. Now let me ask you this. Why do you think anytime a white woman marries a black man, the family is enraged? Oh, let's talk about it. But anytime and for the majority of the time when a black man is marrying a white woman, The black family's not enraged. The black family is not upset. They say, hey, this is what he likes, and we're going to accept her, and she's a part of our family. And this white woman or this Asian or this Mexican woman, they can now come to the cookouts and they can indulge. You know why? Because we have no tradition. We have no secrets that we pass down. We have nothing to hide. See, these other cultures, they got tradition. They get highly upset when you marry a black man because you might quite possibly pass down some secrets. Huh? It's a bunch of secrets to success that we don't want those people to know. And you're going to bring this black man into our house, into our tradition? Oh, don't worry. We will accept his child. You had a baby with him, the baby's us. If he's not too, trust me. If he doesn't look like, if he has, listen, they'll accept that. But you not, but yeah, that's why. That's why, homie. Yeah, yeah. It's passion in this. Excuse my passion. My father, my father, my elders, they installed in me that the black family unit is what's most powerful. It ain't that when I was growing up, you see white girls, like I said, if you lusting, you want to try to hit something or you want to try a little Indian out, cool. But you don't go into business with them. Nah, not on that level. Not on that level. You got to understand, you got to ask yourself, why is it that anytime these women or these men, especially the men, think about how enraged these parents are when their son marries a black woman. It get wicked, homie. A lot of the times these people get disowned by their family. Their family say, listen, if that's what you want, do that. But you ain't bringing that into it. Nah, we ain't accepting that. Most of the people think it's because of money. Most people can't see past the dollar bill. But even bigger than a dollar bill is tradition that we will not pass down to that black man. He might start learning about trust funds. Huh? He might start learning how to get this money. He might start learning about tradition. And he might pass that down to his people. All it take is a spark, homie. All it take is a small spark, and that shit go up. Huh? Yeah. Tradition. You know what's now? I'm just giving up game right now. You know something that's tradition in their family. You know something that they hold dearly in their households and their tradition that they pass down generation to generation. Never kick the child out at 18 years old. Woo! This is what I'm talking about, homie. This is what I'm talking about. This is what I'm talking about when I say tradition. They never kick the kid out. They never kick their child out at 18, and they watch black people do it over and over and over again. And not an Indian, none of them has ever said, yo, homie, black man, keep your kid in the house as long as they want to stay in the house. Keep everything in house. Don't kick. Our parents kicked us out. We knew we was getting out at 18, 19. We needed to be outside. Never kick the child out at 18. Actually, if your kid don't go to college, you should be in position to let your child stay in your house comfortably and save up every dime that they work for the next 4 to 5 years. Woo! Woo! Tradition. You let that child stay in the house for the next 4 to 5 years and save up every dollar. Now they ready to buy some real estate. They ready to invest in something. Whew. Did you know? Did you know that the majority of these people put their children on their credit at 15 years old? I'm trying to give y'all some game. Things like this is the reason why I'm shadow banned. It doesn't matter. These people put their kids on their credit. Somebody has to have good credit. And listen, it don't have to be your parent, your auntie, your homie, your uncle. Whoever got good credit can they put the child on the credit at 15. By the time the child is 18, they have A1 credit. The child can now go to work, save up money for 3 years, and at 22, go to the bank and get their first rental property. Oh, woo, woo. Listen, I'm gonna go live again tonight. We're gonna chop more game. But I'm in rooms with wealthy people. I'm getting money, but I'm on my way to be wealthy. I'm on my way. So when I rub shoulders with these people, I learn certain things, and I bring that back to a black household. I bring that game back to a black woman and black children. And I start tradition. My oldest daughter, she got put on the credit at 15. Yeah, she graduated recently with honors, but she didn't want to go to college. Cool. In this country, they don't help y'all with college debt. They send y'all to college, and then next thing you know, you got $200, $300, $150,000 worth of school loan debts. So she didn't want to go to college. I said, okay, come live with daddy, move into the big house. You got to go get a job, and you work for the next 3 years. You work for the next 24 months, the next 3 years, whatever, and you save up every penny. 24 months from now, you should have $30,000 to $40,000. Let's say you got 50,000. Now I'm gonna take you to the bank and you buy it. You get your first investment property. You should have that by the time you're 21 or 22. This is what they do. Whew. This is tradition. These are things that when you bring a black man to your mama house, they don't want us to know that. When you bring that black woman to your Asian and your Indian house, they don't want us to know that. It is what it is, and it'll be what it's gonna be, man. I'm not listen. The game is the game. The real is the real. Young Jeezy would never listen. Young Jeezy would never be respected on the level that he feels like he should be respected in that household with that lady. Young Jeezy would never be respected on the level that he has earned to be respected on in her family. And when you create a business with somebody, when you get married with somebody and y'all have children, the respect of her family actually matters, homie. That's why you got to talk to the father a certain way. You got to tell the father, listen, I'm in love with your daughter. I want to marry your daughter, and I would like her hand in marriage. This is part of the tradition and the reason why you have to do that, because the respect of her family and her father, it matters. Now imagine if you marry into an Asian family and her father don't respect you. Her uncles, her family don't respect you. Man, you just another black man in America. How long, huh? I talk about CDL license all the time, right? Because I believe that any young man in America that don't know what he want to do when he graduate from high school should either go into the military. And if you don't want to go into the military, cool. First thing you should do is get a CDL license. As soon as you get a CDL license, it puts you're now worth 100,000 plus a year to multiple companies. You know, these companies beg you to drive trucks for them, and they pay you 100,000 easy and 91,000, 95. I talk about that all the time, but you know, that whole credit thing. All black parents and all black people should be looking forward and trying to and putting their kid on the credit of a responsible parent with good credit at the age of 15. It's easy work. This is the thing. I'm learning a lot of this as we speak. I'm rubbing shoulders. You know, these dudes, they want to be in a room with these rich people and they want to get in the limelight, but they don't want the information. And if they get the information, then they marry a white woman and they never pass the information down to the black family. It is what it is, and it'll be what it's going to be. Interracial marriages, I'm not against it. I just don't agree with it. Salute to everybody that's in the chat, man. You know, real quick, in and out. Well over an hour of power. Well over an hour of power. I'm gonna go live in a couple of hours, man, and I want to really break down the whole situation with Hawaii. Oof. Oof. We're gonna talk about what happened in Hawaii. Because again, the perspective I'm gonna come from, it's nobody online, it's nobody on this app talking from the angles I'm gonna bring. In the Hawaii thing, I really wanna get into that. I really wanna talk my talk on that. And I ain't talking about, what's going on in Hawaii? I feel so, nah, I ain't talking like that. Yeah. Sometimes you gotta look at a people. Listen, sometimes you gotta look at a people's track record. We're gonna talk about Hawaii. But I really had to tap in about this marriage thing. Marriage is serious, it's powerful. It's one of the keys. It's one of the keys to getting to the next level as a people. All white, bro, I'm telling you, trust me. White people, they all get married. A lot of marriages, you know, a lot of interracial marriages, especially end in divorce. But I'm telling you, like, white people marry white people, they get married out of college. And a lot of those marriages last. These people are focused on marriage. They got you thinking that marriage is just a piece of paper. But all of these other cultures, bruh, they youngins it's instilled in them as a youngin. They are growing up knowing that, yes, marriage first. Listen, we're gonna go to college. I'm gonna meet Billy. Me and Billy, we're having sex, we're having fun. But Billy knows, and he's gonna propose before they already got it lined up, homie. Marriage is the beginning steps. You want to have fun, you want to party, you want to have sex. That's one of the big reasons why black people, our whole situations is in shambles, because you are not creating the black family. You create the black family, then you pass on the wealth, then you pass on the knowledge, then you pass on the tradition. You already not, but see, why you think all these black men is marrying white women? Because white women behind closed doors this black man, no, you're not gonna be with her for too long until you gotta get married, homie. Spanish women. Spanish women won't let you make a plate, bruh. If you go into a Latino person's house, you dating a Latino a Latino female, and you go into her house, and as a black man, you start making your own plate, they start cussing her out in Spanish, bro. You understand? They are raised. Now, if they turn out to be a wife or not, that's a whole nother story. But even a Cardi B is raised to be a wife. Even a Cardi B, she was raised to find a man, marry this nigga, excuse my language, YouTube, marry this man, and even stay with him through infidelity, because the family unit is what's most important. Why you think Offset, in due time, Offset like, yo, I gotta chill out? Because even her, she made him realize how powerful the family unit is, because she stayed with him. Yeah, you messed up. I'm embarrassed. I'm hurt. But nothing trumps this family unit. That shit'll make a man out of you, homie. Black women, y'all been raised to be independent. Y'all been raised to leave a man as soon as he crossed the line. Y'all been raised to throw the whole family unit away because he did something to hurt you. Woo, woo. They not scared of you, Nick. They not scared of you getting some money, because money ain't everything. They not scared of you getting rich. If you ain't, listen, they ain't scared of you making $1 million, $1 trillion in the NBA because you ain't married to a black woman. You ain't made a black family. You ain't passing down generational wealth and tradition. So go get all the money that you want, homie. Go get rich. Is what it is, and it'll be what it's gonna be. Yeah. Now I want to leave y'all with this because I got a slide. When the black family was powerful, even in poverty, when the black family was a unit, we all saw snowfall, right? Oh, I know y'all like the TV. I like these analogies. You know I'm gonna give you the real. We all saw snowfall, right? So at one point in time, the neighbor, we had a community where we respected each other's neighbors and we all lived in single family homes. You remember that in Snowfall, right? Everybody in the community had a neighbor and had a single family home. Then drugs and everything that the government did entered the community and turned the community into a neighborhood. We didn't have neighborhoods back in the day. We had black communities. They got rid of the black community and they entered in the neighborhood. Because a black community, even in poverty, is powerful, homie. A black community, even in poverty, will dictate who gets into office, will dictate who is the mayor, who is the governor. Whew. Whew. I can't jam all this game into one live. Why you think they was burning down and they was using eminent domain to get rid of the black community? Because there was a black man, there was Aunt May, she was a black wife, and there was about 12 kids in the house. Whew. Whew. And even though Billy Joe used to go across town and do his little thing with the little shorty over there, Aunt May never left him. Whew. The black family was intact. Okay, first we get rid of the Black Panthers because the Black Panthers are protecting the black family. So we gonna get rid of them. And then after we get rid of the Black Panthers and the black community is in disarray, now we gonna push drugs in there. Snowfall. In the beginning, everybody was smoking a little weed. They used to have cookouts on the porch. You remember the beginning of Snowfall, the TV show? Everybody was in the community, and now we push drugs in there to interrupt the community and turn the community into a neighborhood. What consists of a neighborhood? Dirty streets, black man, he can't be in the house, government assistance, child support. Whew. Disruption of the black family by any means necessary. Black man, find you a black woman, man. If she ain't a queen yet, mold her into one. Black woman, stop disrespecting. We the only ones on social media doing this because we don't understand the power of marriage. We've been bamboozled. We don't understand the power of this business structure. The pyramid, listen, it's a business. Black man, black woman, black children. Woo. Is what it is, and it'll be what it's gonna be. Maya King, what it do? You 8 years old, yeah. Listen, Maya King. You know, a lot of you children are allowed to be on social media, and that's okay. But the name of this channel is Grown Man Business. It's Grown Man Business TV, Lil Maya King. You understand? You 8, so you a little young. You know, this kind of conversation is gonna go over your head and it's gonna go under your bridge. You should be focusing on learning how to do algebra. Yeah, you know, do your algebra. You know, do your research on your history, whatever you are. Whatever you are, if you are a white girl or whatever you, if you're Puerto, whatever you are, you should be doing your research. If your daddy's black, then you should be doing research on our history. So walk yourself to the door. This conversation is for the big dogs. This conversation is for grown folks. And see, this is what you got to understand. When I was growing up and grown folks was having grown folk conversation and grown folk were handling grown folk business, the children were escorted out of the room. The children were sent upstairs. The children had no say-so in grown man business. How about this, Maya King? Go get your mother. Yeah, I said mother. Not mother. I said mother. Go get your mother. Go get your daddy. And you have them and come into the live stream and we could talk. All right, but we don't deal with the babies over here. That's why it's called grown man business. Huh? It's a different we don't engage with the babies over here. Yeah. Tracy so young, salute. Exactly. You know, the whole time these black dudes is coming up, they with Keisha, they with Shaquana, they with Tanisha. You feel me? And then when they start making some money, see, when you get to a certain level of fame, now it becomes a job. Now it becomes it's about your morals. Now it becomes something that you have to engage and you have to now it becomes a reality. You start making millions of dollars. Now you start going to these meetings. Now you start getting discriminated against because your wife is named Keisha. Your wife is named Shaquana and her name is not Kelly Bundy. You don't have a blonde hair, blue eye. So now you start dealing with the pressure. With the pressure of having a black family, with the pressure. But when you walk into that same room with a Kelly Bundy, the higher ups and the elites, they, oh wow, you know, how you doing, Kelly? Y'all, oh, see, you guys are a beautiful couple. Oh, Kelly, she comes from the Bundy family. Oh wow, beautiful. It's easier, huh? But when you a big dog, you don't want it easy. See, I'm gonna tell you something, and I love this. I love this part about it. Anytime I'm out, when I take my son to the doctor, anytime I'm getting groceries, I make sure I wear my wedding ring. Because these white people, these Asians, these Indians, when they see me with my old lady, the first thing they do is they look at her ring finger and they look at mine. And you wouldn't believe the respect that come when yeah, we a unit. We a unit, and I'm raising a little black boy. Imagine what I'm teaching them. That's what they start thinking. It becomes Mr. and Mrs. It's a certain level of respect that come with this. Now, when you out and ain't near one of y'all got a ring on, nobody's gonna respect that. When you walk into a bank and you ain't got, and y'all not a unit, y'all not a business, nobody gonna respect that. Not on this land that we live on. Not in the matrix that we live in. Huh? Yo, when I go to the doctor with my son, when we take my son to the doctor, you wouldn't understand. Look at people's eyes. When you engage with these people, look in their eyes. Look where they're looking at. See, we looking at your Gucci bag. I walk in the room with y'all, you looking at the chain. You looking at the ice. You trying to figure that out. They trying to figure out if it's a black family unit or not. Woo. Yeah. You not gonna get this over there at Zip with the Drip. You not gonna get this over there with them. You not gonna get this over there. And salute to everybody doing their thing. You know, everybody doing their individual thing. But don't ever disrespect the dude on the sidewalk. Don't ever disrespect the dude that know about the family unit. Don't ever disrespect the dude that's running the household, homie. You smacking who? You gonna run down these just like Nicki Minaj's husband. He don't understand the family unit. He think it's cool to be standing on a street corner talking about what he gonna do to Offset when you should be at home with your son and your wife running the house. That's why I'm shadow banned, because I'm going to give you the game like that. I'm going to talk to you like that. So, yeah, Lil Maya, man, you know, go you know, I appreciate you exiting the building, Lil Maya. This for the big dogs. This for the big dogs. And again, I'm going to leave y'all with this because we 90 minutes in. Listen, all coaches, they all having problems with their men. They all having situations. They all having negative stuff. They all having problems with their men. They just don't come on social media and talk about it. They just don't come on social media and expose the Mexican man. They get up in the morning and they make his lunch for him to go on that construction site. The Mexican dude standing on the side of the interstate selling pineapples, he actually got a wife at home that makes him lunch. Huh? Old Billy that's pumping your gas, he got a wife at home. It's only black women because of the agenda being pushed. You know, y'all been bamboozled, y'all been tricked out of position. They got y'all representing and standing next to the you know the Rainbow Coalition, and you ain't standing next to a strong black man that's gonna put you in check. Hey, listen, if he telling you something and he checking you, don't matter what his pocket. Listen, it don't matter what his pockets looking like, and this coming for somebody that pockets is right. If he tell you to wear something else, then you wear something else. If he tell you he don't want you twerking in public, then you stop twerking in public. Whew, it's a lot that come with this family unit, but it's worth it. Salute to everybody that's in the chat, man. You already know how we do over here. Grown Man Business TV. Listen, you can tap in or you can tap out, but you know my slogan. You know what I suggest, and I suggest you tap in. I suggest you tap into this grown man business. I suggest you tap into this grown man content at all times. Straight off the brick into the bottles. Listen, I'm giving it to y'all straight off the brick into the bottles. Straight raw, pure, uncut, no extras, no preservatives. We not sugarcoat nothing. We not dressing nothing up. When it come to this marriage situation, when it come to Jeezy getting a divorce, when it come to the culture clash, I'm giving it to you straight raw. Straight raw. And you ain't gonna find it nowhere else on this app. You ain't gonna find it raw like this nowhere else on YouTube. It's a lane for the real that I'm carving out. It's already been carved out, and I'm the only one in traffic. I done carved out a lane for the real, and I'm the only one in traffic. Because what they making y'all believe is real ain't real, homie. Huh? They get exposed easily. When you put a zip with the drip in a room with grown men, you get exposed easily. Grown men, we don't respect none of that jail talk, homie. That means you got caught. That means you did 20 years in jail. So I'm 20 years experienced in reality. You got 20 years worth of talking and reading books. I'm 20 years in reality. Huh? That's why Nicki Minaj's husband is so aggressive, because it don't matter how much money Nicki Minaj got. When you put Kenneth in a room with grown men, we don't respect it. He feels more comfortable on a street corner with ex-gang members and broke dudes that live with their grandmamas in the project buildings in New York City. Because grown men like us, we don't respect it, homie. You got $100 million woman and you ain't started a business. You ain't created you ain't did nothing. The only thing you was smart enough to do was to give her a baby. Lock in for life. So when you look at these dudes, when you look at that entertaining, because it's entertaining. Don't get me wrong, it's funny. I get a good laugh when I watch the clips of a Zip with the Drip. I get a good laugh when I see dudes like Kenneth, you know what I'm saying, damn near fumble 100 million. I mean, you looking like you about to fumble Nicki. And I'm a Nicki Minaj fan. I'm not into to Megan and none of that. I'm a Nicki Minaj fan. I rock with Cardi B because she's married. That's it. I don't rock with her through the music. I respect that she knew what marriage was. But you're gonna fumble 100 because you're not comfortable in the room with grown men. You're not comfortable in the room with big dogs. Lil Zip, Zip, Zip. We don't need to hear nothing else, homie. We heard you already. Now it's time to show and prove. Now we want to see action. That's why y'all come here. So listen, man, I'm gonna go live a little later. So be looking out for the notification. Make sure that, you like and subscribe if you ain't already in tune with the channel. Make sure you do that. Is what it is and it'll be what it's gonna be. Growing organically is constant elevation. You get all these years of having sex with all these different women, and then you wonder why you at a standstill because you not understanding the laws of the universe, and that's constant elevation. So after you done had sex with this white girl, the Indian girl, the Muslim girl, the black girl, and you done experienced the world, you done experienced the rose garden, where's the elevation? The next level is finding one of those roses that look just like you and going into business. Is what it is and it'll be what it's